Hey guys, welcome back to No Pro Noob and this Diablo 3 build update. So I've been working hard since my last update and um it's time to show you guys where I'm at. I've been doing live streams, so if you want more you can just go to the live streams, but I just thought I'd show you guys where my build is right now. So I'm running the LOD build. I still need to upgrade my LOD gem to 99, but we'll get there eventually, I think. Depends how high I can push, really. But this is what I'm running for the LOD build. It is Andariel's Visage, which gives me a Poison Nova. That would be increased by my Conviction of Elements, which we'll get into in a minute. I'm running Aquila Curious. Just bear in mind, I haven't min-maxed this build yet. I'll be looking for... Oh, that's actually ancient. I didn't even realize that was ancient. Oh, cool. That's cool. Okay, anyway, moving on. Mantle of Channeling. That's not ancient. Mantle of Channeling. Stone Gauntlets for the armor increase. Funerary Pick. Why has that got... That's got a green in there. I may have to change that. That gem. But anyway. Dante's Bindings. I'm using Blackthorn's Jousting Mail. This was all in the build guide. I'm just following a build guide. Ice Climbers, which negates the negative effects of Stone Gauntlets. And it's also just a really useful thing to have, to not be frozen or immobilized. Like, it's really great when I'm fighting against the spiders. They can't slow me down. Unity, obviously, with Legacy of Dreams. It's at rank 62, so I've still got to do a bit of work on that. I'm using Crispin's Sentence. All this stuff needs to be min-maxed. Iron Rose. I just got this new one today with a little bit of extra intelligence and stuff on it. I had to roll Death Nova onto that. I'm using Krelm's Buff Braces. No, you are immune to knockback and stun effects. So I can't be slowed, I can't be frozen, I can't be knocked back, and I can't be stunned. So that's pretty cool. Haunted Visions with Bane of the Stricken. Oh, and by the way, my Crispin's has Bane of the Trapped. Bane of the Trapped, Bane of the Stricken. And we're back to Andariel's Visage again. My follower is using a generic armor for now until I get the right one. Homing Pads, Thunder Flurry, Sages. This is a farming setup that I'm running at the moment. It's not for DPS. So we're going to have to change to the DPS build if I start trying to push greater rifts. But for now, this is doing the trick, and I'm getting lots of resources. So I got shitloads of Death's Breath, which is Sage again. Captain Crimson for those buffs, cooldown reduction, resource cost. Does that emanate actually? No, it doesn't emanate. But that's good for like cooldown on his skills. Enchanting favor, which means he cannot die, which is important because he is using Unity as well. All damage taken is split between wearers of this item. So he's got area damage on hit, damage to elites, but that's not really a big thing. I'm just gonna have a look at something. Yeah, okay. Unity Oculus Ring, which is pretty cool. It's a good DPS increase when I'm in one of those rings. Nemesis Braces spawns an enemy. Freeze Deflection. So ultimately I want Wall of Man for this slot. I'm just using Freeze Deflection because it's all I had to give him. Flavor of Time, obviously, pollen effects last twice as long. And then Sage's Apogee with Bone Spear damage. Unfortunately, I can't reroll that. But that obviously goes towards my Sage's set bonus. I'm just wearing it because I get that set bonus from it. I'm using Guardian, Onslaught, Loyalty, and Heal. Okay, Paragon. I'll just show you each one. Maxed out my Intelligence, Vitality. Working on some extra movement speed. We got attack speed. We got critical hit damage, critical hit chance. So we're working on that. Life, resist all. Life regeneration. Working on that, all of that. And working on this. Okay, I think that's pretty much... Oh, my powers. I'll show you my powers. So I'm using Blood-Tide Blade for that 400% increased damage for every enemy within 25 yards, up to 10 enemies. So that's 4,000. If I'm surrounded, completely surrounded, I do 4,000% increased damage with my Death Nova. That's just crazy. Illusory Boots, which allows me to just walk through the enemies so I don't get stuck in the middle of a group of enemies. And Conviction of Elements. Later on, once I get my follower set up for Greater Rift, I will be looking into the mechanics of the nuke, which basically combines all the elements of my build into one devastating attack. For now, I'm not too worried about that, but I may at some point go ahead and figure out how to use that play mechanic. For now, I just kind of do my thing. So we're on Torment 16, as you can see. My first time on Torment 16. And we are going to do a Nephilim riff at Torment 16 and see how it goes. Fingers crossed, guys. Let's see how this build performs. Sorry guys, my controller died right there.
Our opponents may be strong, but I will not stand down. They should have run when they had the chance.
All must serve the cycle. Give it more time. Decay and rot. That needs to recharge. Give it more time. That needs to recharge. Decay and rot. That needs to recharge. Your death nears. This world can abide you no longer. I must wait. Give it more time. I understand so much more now. This world can abide you no longer.
like the look of that.
This world can abide you no longer.
The Rift Guardian is here.
I am returning to town.
Okay, that went pretty well, I would say, for my first try at Torment 16.
I grant.
Well, let's see what gear we got. I really should use that book. Ugh. That's Promise of Glory. I don't need either of those. I'm running out of space. I'm gonna have to go through my inventory again. Okay, 3, 2, 1. How many? 517.
Are you ready?
I'm just trying to
What a steal.
get that set item
That's nice.
for my mercenary.
I've seen better. That is too expensive.
What did I get? Okay. Sophisticated vest. That's the last thing that can go into my vault. Oh, there are all my powers. Sorry, I just gotta do something real quick. Get rid of that. Okay. Now we've done a Nephilim Rift. Let's do a Greater Rift. 77.
Embrace your
77. Leveled up again.
Weakness consumes you. That
The
needs
night
to
embraces
recharge.
you.
I must wait.
You will make a fine choice. This world can abide you no longer. The grave beckons. This world can abide you no longer.
I must wait. must wait.
The Rift Guardian has found.
That needs to recharge.
I've never. You have. My name is Ash. When the champ. If you have it. Hello.
Okay. I think we'll do
I need to go back.
one more Greater Rift. Push it a little bit further. So if I just Corpse Lance. I really don't need any of that. And this is, oh no, 51. 63, yeah. Okay. One more Greater Rift and I'll end the video.
Stronger within you.
Okay, 79.
I must wait. That needs to recharge.
Ouch.
That needs to recharge.
All must serve the cycle. You will make a fine corpse.
That needs to recharge.
Wanted to find some of this.
I must wait.
The grave beckons.
I must wait.
You will make a fine corpse. Can abide you no longer.
I must wait.
Weakness consumes you. So much more now.
That needs to recharge.
The Rift Guardian.
You have... Yes.
Nice.
I am returning to town.
So guys, that is that. That's where I'm at. I could probably push higher in the greater rift than that. It wasn't too much of a challenge. and the build is coming together nicely. I've still got to do a lot of work on it, but we're getting there, guys. We're getting there. It's much better than the Inarius build, and it's much better than the Trags build. So anyway, thank you guys for watching No Pro Noob, and I will see you next time. See ya.